Hello. Hello. We're playing Legacy of Kain. Defiance. Remastered. One of my favourite game series of all time. They've been on a bit of a roll recently. They remastered the original Souls Reaver 1 and 2. And now this, which is the newest game, I suppose, the latest game. 2003 this released. And I cannot wait. I can't wait. Let's go.
Given the choice whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire,
one of the
or
best
to challenge
storylines in any video game
a better throw
ever,
against
to be
one's
honest.
destiny.
Voice acting.
What was a king to do?
There's so much backstory to this actually. I'm gonna try and talk about it as much as I can. This is how the Soul Reaver 1 game began. Sort of recapping on those events, I think. Yeah, and that's how it ended. All irrelevant, none of it matters. It's just so good. That's how the second one began. Now, there's gonna be...
But does one ever truly have a choice? One can only match, move by move, the machinations of fate, and thus defy the tyrannous stars.
Defiance. Hello. But yeah, so there's this game involves a lot of like time travel, I suppose, or like being able to alter the future and past, and it plays a lot on choice and free will, or the illusion of. So it makes for quite a nice experience, especially if you don't know what the game is about or what it's like. This game does not too much to explain the back. It does imagine you've played the previous games, but
to the sanctuary of my
that's why I'm here.
The fortress of the Sarafan Brotherhood, deemed impossible for any man to penetrate.
Any man.
Impossible for any man.
I've played this a few times. Not this, the old one, the OG. Look here, it looks nice.
Deep within these walls, my prey awaited. Mobius, the time streamer, deceiver and eternal gamester, using living beings as his pawns.
In the end, we'd rooted out an entire nest of the fiends.
But we had swept that area already.
Not well enough.
Just gonna take a sip of my coffee here.
We purged every last one of that brood with fire, and their souls now rest.
Lord Mobius will be pleased.
It was time for Mobius to answer a few questions. I hoped for
And
his
we're in.
sake to find him in a forthcoming mood.
So we've got to find this Mobius fella. Now, this is probably the most exciting thing out of the whole thing. So the original game, there was a lot of camera angle issues. So the camera was fixed, for example. Say it was in this corner and your character could only... There's a button. F3, F2, F2. Oh, and F1. Okay, look. There we go. So this is what the new game looks like in terms of textures. This is what the old game would have looked like. So we can see the characters have been a bit cartoonified, but look how much detail they've put on there. They've made his head a bit longer. But otherwise, look at the sword. Like, it's just... And then this is what it would have looked like. So on the new graphics, on the old graphics, so the camera's just stuck here. You know what I mean? Sometimes your character gets so far away and then it switches. So it, you know, it makes you move all these other ways. But what they've done now is they've put it third person. And before, I remember, this game used to be all on the keyboard because it was just meant to be a console game, PC game. It wasn't too big then. These are the old graphics. That's so cool. Look how much better the lighting is. And even this... Look, in this camera you would have never looked up or anything. It doesn't show you where the enemies are, but look, it's so... Atmospherical. Now, I'm using the mouse, so they've made a keyboard and mouse. And I don't really know what the controls are, so we win. Okay, there we go, there we go. Space to jump. Hold E to feed. Yeah. Because we're a vampire, right? So blood hunger causes health gauge to drain slowly over time. Okay. So if you haven't fed in a while, your health starts to decrease. Let's just get. I think if you stand further away, yeah. And right click is like a slow attack. Okay. This game, there's a lot of parkouring levels. So the characters, they've got some movement abilities like this. You know, you can jump and grab onto the ledge. Also, if you jump and hold space, you can glide a little bit. You know, for some bigger jumps. So we'll see how that fares, because that was, you know, imagine the camera is stuck in one place and you're trying to measure depth. It's a bit. There we go. So it'll be good to see, you know, how all of it plays out. I am really excited for this. Ah, there we go. So you can jump onto these broken walls. The character's got claws, and you can climb a bit. And just like you saw in the intro, we can miss through gates or gated windows. Not walls, not gaps or anything like that. Just like that one in the background.
Help me! Help me!
I want to swap it back.
Oh, please,
I did swap it back. Oh, let's see all the
From time to time, it is necessary to feed. And the unusual event of a feast prepared by the Sarafan must be savored.
Wow, look how much more detail they've put. I mean, I know this was a PlayStation 2 game, in fairness, so this is like 20 years of advancement, but it is amazing. So, the Sarafan, he said they were in their castle. They're like the human clan that's, you know, set out to kill all the vampires. So they're all called a Sarafan. Can we just... Sorry. I thought when you killed them you couldn't feed. Not the happiest, so... Okay, there we go.
What was that?
I need to learn how to do that. Used to be
The touch of
I remember
water
this
is like
on
acid
the old
to a
game.
vampire. I had to find another way to pass.
There you go, vampire rules still apply. And that's what you saw in the intro, him sitting on that throne.
This passage undoubtedly led to the time streamer. My prey was nearly in my grasp. But the door had been sealed by a blessed barrier. As I approached, the Reaver resonated in response. Perhaps its dark sorcery could dispel these holy barriers.
The Reaver's this thing on his back. It's called the Soul Reaver. Because it... well... it drains the souls of the enemies that's stricken. It's sort of... oh, F. There we go. It's F. He does not want the smoke. Nice, but if I tap it... yeah, I should just be able to push him off. Oh, it's hitting that gap. It's an old game, alright. Oh, there we go. Nice, there's a lot of corridors in this game. There's a lot of corridors. I might end up skipping through a few of them. There is a lot of corridors. Because it all had to be with the way they load, right? So back then it wasn't so quick. They had to have a transition corridor. So if I was to kick this door and go to, I assume, what would be the midway point of the corridor, it would unload the map behind me. So they just needed time to load everything.
Locked.
Locked.
What a love of doors these pathetic humans have.
There is a lot of doors. Okay. Oh, there we go. Emblems. So I think this is just the balance emblem that he's about to collect. Oh. Hold F to lift that, yay. Oh. If you tap it and don't feed on him fully, can I like? Oh, I used it all. You have to walk backwards. I can juggle him. Nice.
This emblem was unmistakably of vampire origin and designed to enhance the Reaver's power. But this coincidence seemed too convenient.
Wait, hold right click to feed the Reaver. Hold release left click. That's so this is. So if I. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Instead of gaining health, you can just gain your power, but you do have to be careful because you do need help, otherwise it starts to fall. And now we've got this emblem. We can now open these doors. So any door locked with this. Ooh, yeah. There's a lot of corridors, alright. there's a lot of corridors. And a lot of it is they're all in this one land, country called Nosgoth. That's like the world around them.
Lock, requiring an unusual key. Somehow, I would find it.
A key in the shape of a bird. Cadaverous laceration. Yes, I remember this one. Alright, let's see it. So if you, instead of just attacking, if you move and attack. Yeah. Corridors. There's a lot of corridors. Wait, the story is where the juice is. There we go. Vampire jump. Vampire jump. It's so great how, you know, you've got this guy with a sword that steals life, and he's lived for thousands of years, but this shallow 2 centimeter like deep pool is detrimental to his health. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see what's going on here.
I understand. It will be done. The stage is set.
Hold on.
You needn't linger in the shadows, Kain. It has been a long time, hasn't it?
No banter, Mobius. You know why I'm here.
Yes, Raziel. You sought to introduce your own pawn into this game, and now he's been swept from the board.
By your hand, I suspect. Where is he?
Perhaps you should ask, when? How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for answers.
Enough wordplay.
Don't threaten me. You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. You have read the signs, but missed their meaning. You believe you are that myth of vampire prophecy, the scion of balance, and that Raziel holds the key to fulfilling your destiny. But your messianic delusions have blinded you to Raziel's true nature. You have no idea what you've unleashed. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now, your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed. But by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me.
I like the scepter. I really like it.
When we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
Oh, There's the crest. Oh, there's some things that just look amazing. Like they've really just.
These strange
I mean, it is
creatures
a
seem
20-year
to
difference.
manifest from
Well,
the very
23
shadows.
between the games. Because you hit them twice and then they teleport.
Mobius's
so they
attempt
retreat,
at stopping
but
me
your
was
combo's
not one
3
of his
attacks.
better efforts. When I found him, it would be my turn to offer a few surprises.
Okay.
Surrender, Raziel. Abandon this petty rebellion. It was I who made you. Your life had played out, and in my grace, I spared you. You
Tony
are my
J.
reaper of souls.
What a voice.
You have no other purpose, no higher destiny. Just this. Accept your calling, Raziel. Let go of these vain hopes. Relinquish your will and feed.
No.
God, he looks so
What do
good.
you profit from this defiance?
There's some grim satisfaction in infuriating you.
My patience is eternal, Raziel.
Look at that.
How many eons can you bear to languish here? The wheel of fate must turn. All are redeemed in the cleansing agony of birth, death, and rebirth. This is the engine of life, the purifying rhythm of the universe, to which all souls are irresistibly drawn.
I'll speak about this in a
Yours
sec.
is a necessary and noble function, Raziel.
Enough of your sermonizing. Are you trying to bore me into submission? Why must this game go on? We both know what you are. You are no better than the vampires you so despise. A voracious parasite, cloaking its appetite in a shroud of righteousness. I refuse to do your will.
I can see into your heart, Raziel. It is not your will, but cowardice that keeps you here.
How so?
You know what fate awaits you when you leave the underworld. That phantom weapon you bear is a constant reminder, isn't it? The sword is waiting for you out there somewhere, and you tarry so as not to meet it.
I could not deny it. As long as I lingered here, defying my captor, I was able to postpone what I feared was my inevitable doom. To become the ravenous spirit imprisoned in the Reaver Blade. But that sentence was no worse than the stalemate I now endured. Better to face one's destiny than cower from it.
Harvester of souls, I created you. And to this function, my angel of death, you will return.
Enough. Yes, I submit.
Very good. Indulge your hunger.
Wow.
Yes, embrace your calling, Raziel.
He looks
You
so
will
cool
find
even
that
then.
just as defiance has its price, so obedience has its rewards.
And submission is not always what it seems.
There we go. That's what it wants. It wants the wheel to spin. It wants Raziel to claim the souls. It wants to feed him. So that's what he was saying. You know, I created you. You're an angel of death. All of this.
Below me swirled an ominous-looking mist. I knew that if I fell, it would mean my peril.
Yeah. See, now this is scarier than like a pool of water. I agree. So he's a bit more. He's a bit more mobile in that sense.
Do you believe your worthiness is so easily proved? Your way is sealed until you have offered further evidence of your obedience.
I must feed you before I depart this
not.
place.
You
Well,
must
you've given him some
feed
beef, haven't you?
yourself, Raziel.
The wheel must turn.
Ah, now you understand.
Still looks so good in the old graphics. Look at that, you've given him some shoulder depth there. But even these, let's have a look at these. These used to freak me out when I was younger. They were so creepy. Imagine that! Imagine I played it now. Alright, so he wants us to get some souls for him, so he knows we're obedient. We're a good boy. So it is a bit weird, but just accept it as a fact. It's hard to explain, right? This is 5 games worth of story to talk about.
Mine. You can no more escape from me than you can escape yourself.
And you'll see here what's so special about Razio. So what the main thing that I was talking about is that, you know, there's so much time travel, and Mobius knows what's going on, but Kain knows what's going on. They can both do it, so they both are like, you know, I've got the upper hand, if you got the upper hand, if I got the upper hand. Again. And it's the whole play on how much do your choices matter. Like, is this you choosing, is this free will, or was this pre-planned from the start? And it's said that he's the one being, I suppose, with free will. So both Kain and Mobius, they talk about him like he's a pawn, you know, just a bit earlier.
Where do you think you're going, little soul?
This part was crazy back then. So what he's doing is he's raising the bottom, and you have to go all the way to the top,
Where do you think you're going,
before that reaches you. And let me put it back onto old camera, please. Look at this.
Run faster.
Let me go back. Look how much depth you can see.
Destiny.
These levels were so difficult just because you could not. You're being ridiculous right here. Just because you can't, you can't see where you're going. Now saying that, oh, it's right there. It was a lot easier to see these breakable objects. Alright, cool.
Never escape.
I don't know.
I grow tired of this
Close.
rodeo.
I'm doing a pretty good job of it. Nice. Oh, get out the way. Good. Nice.
Clearly my escape had not been anticipated, or my benevolent master would not have expended such efforts to prevent me from going.
Yeah, right?
And if my departure displeased him, then that was a victory, however small, for me. At last, I discovered a conduit into the material realm. I would finally escape the spirit world and take one step farther from my tormentor.
Did you think to receive the same favors after your rebellion as before? No, Raziel. I have no need for you to enter the physical world, so no conduit will be granted. You serve me adequately as a wraith, and a wraith you will remain.
So, my restraints had not been removed, only loosened. I would not be held prisoner in the spectral realm. There had to be another way.
There's gotta be. Surely. Good signal in this place. I can reach from across the room. Oh. Shing. Back again. Oh, but that's because where we need to be. Now, it's a shame that this door is locked because it is right next to that door, but they're not going to make it easy for us. Okay, sick. This is why we take out the arrow ones every single time on the first go, because you do have to come back and forth in these. There is a lot of corridors. Yes, alright, let's see what we can do here. Let me get a fresh enemy. No, I want to do the oh my god. Yep. Oh my god, it's Jova. It's Jova. It just gets better the more you play. You just unlock more things. You've got more ability. You get to know more of the story. The enemies become harder, which is always a great thing. Like, they're not just the same enemies with more health. Like, they can block your attacks. They can do stuff like this. Spellcasters can enhance. There's some that block the. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I couldn't even attack him at all. They push you away. And he needs to go first every time. Get gone, you lizard. Look at that, I pushed him into the lantern and he caught fire. Oh, I say lantern, the open flame. Oh.
Tell me, where can I find your master? Quickly, Mobius is...
in the tower.
Good.
God. You know what, guys? I've had enough. I'm gone. I'm going. I don't have time for yous. Sick. My one weakness. You can see when they die, they'll have this big bleeding effect around them. You see how these are normal, and this one just bursts out of them like blueberries. Place the insignia on the door. There's a lot of corridors in this game. Nice. Boom. It's great. Look at this. This is just the same corridor but upstairs. It is. I've said this so many times, but I love when the levels loop on themselves. Like, it's still the same level, but it's a different part. I can't tell you how many times I've fallen off this when I was younger playing the other one. Just it, you know, this is just a red circle now on a big screen. Now I can see it very clearly, but before, or you'd just be looking into the level and then your character would just slide. You know, you try and walk the other way, but with the camera like this. I always found it impressive how people can make stories about time travel and make them work. Obviously there's a lot that are abysmal, but there's so many that work really, really well. And just fair play to the writers. Also the voice actors. I think Simon Templeman, is he called? Simon Templeman voices Kain. Michael Bell voices Raziel. Wrong way. And Tony J. Tony J's deep-ass voice for that. Really breath of fresh air, man. It's so good. And this is what the old graphics were like. This is the new stuff.
Go back to old. Old was not too much.
Not bad. Look. This is the new player model. This is the old player model. Tough.
Yeah.
He's tough, man. I like it. It's more exaggerated, but a key to the door.
Malek's sword belonged in his right hand.
You hearing this?
However distasteful this errand was,
It's so poetic,
I
man,
would
I'm telling
return
you,
it to its proper
It's
place.
so beautifully written, and all the voices in this game, and fuck me. Oh, I just noticed. Let me take care of this stuff first. But between the old and the new, so this is the old health bar and stuff, and this is the new one. They've changed. This is like Kain's. You can kind of see it on his cape there. This is his clan here at the bottom. Look, the emblem's shaped like his clan. Alright, coast is clear. Calm down, lads. I feel like I'm in an Italian film. Yeah, get going. Get going. Just need to strike. Boom. Get dropped. Boom. Get opened. Another one. Boom. Nice. Oh my god. I suppose that is something that would happen. Ah, okay. Was that you, lad?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I thought that scared the shit out of me.
I know, Did you think there was a boss coming up?
No, I thought I was gonna die. I thought a sinkhole opened underneath me. I'll come with you.
Yeah, you will.
I feel like I want a snack of some sort.
Curious. This artifact, joined with the relic I discovered earlier, appeared to be but one fragment of a larger emblem. This shard was endowed with elemental fire, enhancing both the Reaver and my telekinetic powers.
Here you are at last. I see you found a fragment of the balance emblem. This will be of even further use to you, if you can find the other three. Now, shall we?
Yes. Let us continue our conversation, but on a somewhat different footing. Now, what do you have to tell me, Mobius?
You cannot kill me. We both know that this is not how or when I die.
Death is not the only possible outcome.
Your delusions of fulfilling the vampire's foolish prophecies have badly distorted your judgment. And Raziel is not what you think.
You dare imagine what I think.
So, you prevented Raziel's soul from entering the Reaver. Do you believe for a moment that by this you have averted your fate? Or his? Or that of Nosgoth itself? Your manipulations are pathetic.
Yet Raziel retains his free will, and that's what frightens you, isn't it, Mobius? You cannot see his path, and so you cannot control it.
And neither can you. Yes, Raziel is shrouded from us, but we see the ripples of his potential actions, and every path he might choose leads to the same outcome. He will kill you, Kain. In sparing Raziel, you have written your own death sentence.
You still have not answered the question I came to ask. Where is Raziel?
He is not, in a true sense, here. Not now.
Don't try my patience, Mobius. What have you done with him?
He is contained. In time, it may be safe to release him. His destiny must be completed. He will enter the sword. But until that time, he is dangerous. Far more dangerous than you could understand.
And your incontrovertible evidence?
The answers are plain, if you know where to look. Go west of the pillars. There you will find a testament, written in stone.
But stones, too, can lie. The pillars of Nosgoth stood pristine against the horizon. To the west, I would find the Enlightenment, Mobius felt I lacked.
There had to be a way to escape the spirit world without the help my master was pleased to deny me. Only in the material realm would I have a chance to seek my destiny, or change it. In this crypt, I discovered ethereal gases rising from the moldering corpse within. As I neared, I felt a distinct spiritual pull, and the closer I approached, the more that pull intensified. In the end, it was not difficult. I projected myself down into that tomb and found myself reborn into the material world. It was a loathsome vessel, but with an effort of will, that too could change. These gargoyles quickened as I drew near, triggering the door to close. I would need to find some means of approaching the door without being observed.
Okay. I've just realized none of this was getting picked up.
He says she won't go near the place.
I tell
But
you,
it's cool.
the pillars are
It's
haunted.
cool, it's cool, it's cool. I've got the
I
scene,
heard a woman's voice
the
talking and
cutscene,
moaning.
and then I was just
There was
making
no
some
one
comments,
there.
but it's cool. It's
How
cool.
many vampires have you killed?
Anyways,
And you
we're in
can't
the
face
we're in the
down
spirit
one
realm
ghost.
now,
I
so we can
knew who
interact with
these were.
stuff.
Vampire hunters, scouring the countryside, destroying what had once been my kind.
And these are just
My God, what
these
is
are
that?
independent
A
vampire
vampire
hunters, not
or a
part of the
demon?
Seraphon that we saw. Those knights,
Here.
they're just sort of like
Get him!
the American
Quickly.
hillbillies
No mercy.
of I've got like no health. Health drains constantly while in this material realm. What's his? Nice.
These were Mobius's hunters, mercenaries
Nice.
enlisted in his crusade to exterminate the vampires. His insignia was unmistakable. But this meant I'd been captive in the underworld for centuries. I had lost 500 years. Then I knew what ghost it was that haunted the pillars. Ariel, the specter of the murdered Baron's
Ariel, yo.
guardian. Perhaps she could provide the answers I sought. But first I would have to find a way out of this cemetery.
Ask Pantera, they'll tell you. It's just through the cemetery gates. Alright. I'm gonna try this like one time. Oh, but it won't matter anyways, I don't think at least. Because I need this emblem to go in here. Or is this where I get the emblem from? I don't know if I've just skipped like a load of the game, by the way. I don't think I have, but I might have. But I don't think I have. I'm not gonna go in there. I'm gonna go up here. I think this is the way forward. Because I heard a breaking sound and I didn't think. I think I might have messed up, but that's fine.
An ancient gate, sealed by the powers of light and darkness, barred the way to the pillars beyond. To depart this place and continue my journey, I would have to find the means to open it.
Needing to be in the material realm. Oh, there we go.
Fallen hero, renegade and traitor. What is this? How do you know me? Razia, what are you? Why should any know you are nothing?
It seemed my method of entering the physical realm was not altogether original. But where had these beings come from?
Nice. They've really, I know the whole point of this is like a graphic overhaul. They've really done a good job. Is it up here then? There's something up here. Oh my god, I remember this. This was so long ago. Ooh, yep. It's C, left click, there we go. Oh.
This edifice, marked with the elemental light symbol, was clearly much older than the ruins in the rest of the cemetery. The door was far too high to reach.
Oh, down there's where I came from.
It seemed the Reaver would need to be imbued with the power of darkness. Clearly, I had more to accomplish before I could discover what lay within.
I feel you. Anyone else want the smoke? I didn't think so. Alright, cool. It's so much gentler in opening doors, isn't it? Oh my god, this is where I was. So actually, I was meant to go over there, and I could have probably skipped quite a large part of the game. It's a good thing I didn't. Hold on. Let's manipulate the realm a little bit. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, but you need a conduit to open doors. You can't interact with it in the spiritual realm. You need to be in this one. Now, there used to be, there's got to be some sort of key somewhere to equip. Oh, it's just 1, 2, 3. Okay. No, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Because you need to change them. So you need to equip them. My god. Nice. There we go. Let's get some fast traveling going.
As I stepped through, I felt a sense of displacement, as some arcane sorcery transported me away.
It's the Stargate.
This was clearly some ancient ruin of the vampire civilization. Perhaps here I would finally decipher the riddle of my destiny. Throughout these ruins, I found murals depicting the seminal events of vampire history. These scenes commemorated a great war between the ancient vampires and their rivals. In triumph, they banished their adversaries from the world and raised the pillars as the lock that binds them. The image of the Reaver was inscribed throughout this place, always depicted with reverence. The vampire's holy weapon was destined to be borne by their prophesied hero, for whom it was forged. But if this was my destiny, why had the Reaver tried to consume me?
More questions than answers. But wow, that's great. Oh, wonderful stuff. Not wonderful stuff. Immediately followed by not wonderful stuff.
This scene depicted the appointment of the original vampire guardians, each summoned to serve when the pillars were raised. Each guardian is aligned to the principle of the pillar he serves, and the balance guardian is the axis of them all.
Interesting. We know who the balance guardian is. These levels as well, they were one of these. The camera angles, just you benefit so much from having a third person camera, like so much. Basically what he was saying before, there's the vampires and the adversaries.
At last it was done. The Reaver was forged with darkness. As I felt this new power coursing within the Wraithblade, I knew that now the Light Temple would open to me.
Very nice. Oh look, they've even changed that. I really want to know how to change those. Right, where was that crystal? Was there a crystal? To get some... Oh, I don't need it. I don't need it. You can just go up to these and turn them off. The shadow side, I understand. Okay, okay, we're back. I feel you, I feel you. And then if I use this, the special makes you invisible. Oh, but you can't regen it twice, okay. And then switch, but if you switch it immediately turns it off. So loud. Unnecessarily loud. Oh, that might just be a shortcut. Oh, yes, that's right, that's right. Sorry guys, I have no interest in fighting you. I'm a peaceful vampire, wraith. And then... And we can go past these, amazing, lovely, perfect. Invisible Raziel sneaking through doors. I think this is smart to start with. Because these, yeah, that one comes back. Unless I can go through here. No, this is locked. Okay. Let's get on with the jumps. Again, let me pull this back. This is what it used to look like. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't see much. Now we've got some sigil there. We've got some jumps. Let's transform this. Push it back forward. Love it. Get some gliding action. Love it. Some... Up in there, the game just old game, yep, the game just pushed me off. Simply, what happened? It's fine, you know, don't mind it. I'm barely gonna make it the second time as well. Wait, look who it is.
Against all odds, I had stumbled into Kain's own mausoleum. This seemed an unlikely coincidence.
Oh, there we go. Look, these are just great parts to include in the game. So that, I was saying in the first game, this is how Kain was in the intro. He was just a nobleman. And this must be where he was buried and resurrected from, because that's all shattered. Oh, he must have been a rich guy, huh? Big portrait of yourself. That's right, and I have the crest. Yes, that goes up there. We figured that out earlier. It's called callback humor. And that's where that was. Yeah. I've never said this before, but I love it when games use the same level at different parts. It's going a long way, isn't it? Is that far enough? Can I even make this? Maybe with the blind. Oh, come on. There you go, use the correct reaver, so if you whack it in here, don't like it. You whack it in here. Use TK. Or to use TK. TK. Ah, that's why I'd use it. Smart, smart, very clever, so smart. As in me, not the game. As in the game.
Again, I experienced that odd sense of displacement as I was transported to the vampire ruin once more.
Oh, there we go.
In their defeat, the vampire's enemy retaliated with a terrible curse, afflicting the vampires with a bloodthirst that turned their once noble race into ravenous predators. This curse plunged the vampires into despair and apparently drove many to madness and self-annihilation. What was it that so devastated them that they were driven to suicide?
There you go. That's what I was talking about before. So, the green guys and the what vampires used to be, they were warring. But the vampires, they were never drinking blood. They were like a noble race and used to worship the same god of life, death, rebirth. That. So when they were inflicted with bloodthirst, they became, you know, they could live forever just by drinking blood. And so they were, I don't know how you'd say it, banished. Basically, they just stopped hearing his voice because he stopped speaking to him. The same god that was at the start of the game. And that's why a lot of them committed suicide now. It's kind of spoilers actually, but... Here? No. Oh yeah, we need to take it first. Whoosh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I had succeeded.
Hello, I remember
the Reaver
these.
was forged with the power of light, and now my way was clear. I would seek out Ariel at the pillars and
Nice.
see if she could enlighten me.
Skylar White, yo. Alright, these things. They did look pretty creepy in the, whoop. That's how they used to look like. This is them now. Oh wow. Oh wow, they really do look good there. How did he stand on the steps, by the way? Could have been anywhere else in the building. Standing there like it's nothing. Let me see which one he broke this time, so I don't circle the whole map 20 times. Ah, the way out! I think it's safe. Nice, not nice. They really would have made the game 10 out of 10 if they just removed these enemies. I feel really strongly about them, I can't lie. They're not like... They're just like mosquitoes. Like flies. Alright. I've got the power of light and anime on my side. Ooh. There we go. Oh, look at that. The light reaver like reflects the corridors because it's fully charged up. Show me the way. Oh. 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 That way. I kind of want to stay here and kill all of these guys. I can't lie. Oh, I forgot I had that. That's so cool. Nice. Now we're clear to take off. There we are. Oh, the pillars in the background is so nice. So switch them around. Dark. Light.
At last, the gate yielded to the
Boom.
powers of light and darkness
Look at that.
with which the Reaver had been forged. The way to the pillars was open.
I love that. Wow, look at that. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff.